So here we have number 6 on our problem for condensing logarithms, and we want to condense this into one logarithm. We have here 2 times these 2 logarithms plus half of this logarithm. And again, we want to get it to one logarithm. So first things, I want to take care of what's inside the parentheses. This is all I'm just recording, that's all. But you can join in for my next class later. Here, inside the parentheses, we have 2 logarithms, and the operation between the 2 logarithms is subtraction, right? So which property are we going to use for this question here? That's right, it's going to be the quotient property, right? So we're going to have 1 logarithm instead, log base 4. And what are we going to do with 6 and 3? Right? Divide. Right? So we have now condensed these 2 logarithms into one logarithm, then we copy the rest. Right? We'll take care of that one later. You could probably do some of these in your head already, but for the sake of this problem, I'm just going to do it step by step. Class, we know that 6 divided by 3 is the same thing as 2. Right? So I'm going to have log base 4 of 2 and just simplify it to that. Now I only see 1 logarithm inside this parenthesis, so I'm going to write it without a parenthesis. And I'm going to write the rest as well. Now that we have no more parentheses, we can take a look at these 2 logarithms. We have 2 logarithms over here and half a logarithm over here. Again, we want to condense it into 1 logarithm. Immediately you see a 2 times this log and a 0.5 times this log. So which property are we going to use of the logarithm properties? It's going to be the power property. Okay, so how are we going to rewrite this? Log base 4 of 2 raised to 2, or in other words, 2 squared. Right? Same thing over here, same property. We're going to take the logarithm. Log base 4 of 25, rewrite it with 0.5 now as its power, the power of 25. Right? So we use the power property for both of these logarithms. Right? So we have no more number in front of the logarithms being multiplied, so we're good there. Let's go ahead and simplify some things over here. What is 2 squared? 4. And what is 25 raised to 0.5? Think about it. What does it mean to have an exponent of 0.5? That's a decimal exponent. 0.5 we can rewrite as 1/2. Right? So remember what our fractional exponents do. If you see some of our notes over here. Right? A fractional exponent like 1/2 will then take the root, the second root or the square root of the same base. Right? So we have here, what is the square root of 25? Right? 5. If you need to write some notes on the side, you can say 25 raised to 0.5 equals 25 raised to 1/2, which is the same thing as the square root of 25, which we can simplify to 5. Right? If we need to write these notes down, write it down. Okay? All right. We've started with all of these logarithms over here. We're down to 2 logarithms being added. Right? When you have 2 logarithms being added, which property are we going to use? That's right, the product property. We're going to condense it into 1 logarithm at the same base of 4. And what we take the logarithm of, what are we going to do to those? 4 and the 5. We're going to multiply them. You can write 4 times 5 like that. Right? But what is 4 times 5? 20. So now we're left with 1 logarithm. Can we simplify or can we do anything else to condense this 1 logarithm? Not for this one. An alternate answer to this one, right, would be, so this is the final answer already, or one of the final answers when we say condense. And I say one of because when I was doing this problem, I saw log base 4 of 4, which we had recalled. What do I have to raise 4 to make it equal 4? That's one of our properties. That is 1. Right? So this equals this line right here also equals log base 4 of 4. What do I have to raise 4 to make it equal 4? right? And that's going to be 1, right? Plus log base 4 of 5. What do I have to raise 4 to make it equal 5? I'm not sure what that exponent is, so I'll keep it in logarithm form. Both of these answers are acceptable because we condensed it into one logarithm, right? Here we have one logarithm, but 1 is part of the answer. So if the instruction was to condense this statement into one logarithm only, then this would be what I'm looking for. Otherwise, if I say into a statement that has only one logarithm, this statement does have only one logarithm. Okay? And that's it for number 6. Try some on your own for the practice problems.